What acupuncture point is buried 4 feet deep in the bunghole? Well, I hope you weren't expecting any big brain solutions to the snaky poke brigade, because we're not getting any with this guy. What happened here? This is, of course, a 100% legit clubber, and not one I got a wish. The other guy looks like a nerd, right? Let's have a look at him. He did bring a huge shield, but those are the eyes of a man about to get his face clubbed to bits by a savage. Or is this a 300 IQ clubber, because clearly he has the extra neck length, so he can see over the shield. That's maybe a little bit of an unconventional way to wield a club. He's getting slapped around hard, flopping like a fish on the floor, but he's somehow back up. Giraffe boy takes round 1. So the way I'm doing this is the losing team gets to add a unit. So what do we have next? Dude with massive pointy stick. That is some advanced tech compared to the savage on the other side. The war cry of the savage echoes across the field, terrifying his foes. But he is in a 2-on-1 now. He dodged that spear narrowly and then stabbed in the neck. Okay. You are onto something there, my dude, but you were 2-on-1. Can you handle one more savage? There is a bit of a technology gap here, but the savage has also brought his own shield with a nice hole so he can see out of it. Maybe not the best of helmets, it looks like something his grandmother made for him so he could participate in the big fights with all the cool kids. Our new hero fell over instantly. He failed to block the shield slam to his clubber friend and he got poked in the eyeball. A 1-on-1 poke versus bonk. Now we have spears on both sides, but here we have 3 clueless dudes who look like they have no idea what's going on, especially this guy. But there is now a pokey weapon on each side, so can he throw it anywhere useful? Going into the foot of his clubber friend, perfect. Awful form of the clubber, and the big old spear boy has his poker somewhere where it really shouldn't be. Giraffe boy is once again flopping like a fish on the floor. I thought he was hungry for revenge at this point. Spear boy in the back has gone for another shield hit, so it's all on the clubber. Can he actually handle 2-on-1 now? He's dunked the shield boy and he has crushed the face of the big spear lad. New tech is dropped. Shield and spear on the same guy. Genius. Still up against the clueless brigade and whatever they are bringing to the table. Not much, honestly. Spear is coming in again. Is it gonna be better this time? It looks like it's going for the clubber again. Did it hit him in the back? No, even worse. What acupuncture point is buried 4 feet deep in the bunghole? Answer me that one. On the plus side, I guess you prepared a nice spit roast for later. And spear dude, I mean, you got a kill, but you paid the price for it. That's well deserved, honestly. If you look closely at the eyeball of the spearman, he clearly got clubbed a bit after that performance. So is the stoner the actual precision tool here? Unlikely. Why are these factions fighting anyway? Time travel is the lazy option. I know there is a mammoth on the tribal team. So did he trample a birthday party for Zeus or something like that? That would make more sense. Yeah, you should have had more rocks than one, like the reload tech needs to be invented stat. That's a bold claim. Let's see how big the brain really is on this bonehead. He has fired his big brain magic immediately, launching at least one of the soldiers into space. Rock is coming in, Bear is maybe coming in, who cares? We have a mage here now, doing all the cool things. Completely deleted 2 of them instantly. Pretty strong showing. Clubber, pulling over. Good job. Alright, what's next in this battle of the boneheads? A snake. Shot from a snake wielded by a guy with the same eyes of a snake. Nice. And how exactly is a snake going to save you from actual magic? So in my mind, a mage is always an ancient, decrepit old man. So how is this guy so fast? That makes sense, I guess. I assume that mammoth went on a barbecue anyway. I guess that is one way to use all the bones you've been finding. But you're gonna need a lot more bones. No, he's dead. For all the bones he was bragging about, he didn't use a single one of them for armor. What a numbskull. We have the epic spear duel again, and, well, the spear thrower never had a chance. He's a liability, that guy. Well, I hope you weren't expecting any big brain solutions to the snaky poke brigade, because we're not getting any with this guy. He did also bring bones or skulls on his shoulders, and they were kinda... They probably had some of that mammoth coffee as well. Chaos in the opening as always. The Bone Mage has hit his new reinforcements, but he has tanked it because he's an actual big boy now that can take some hits. Snake is in, eating the Spear Thrower, again probably deserved honestly, and club to the knee will dunk any Snake Archer. Nice. An actual weapon of mass destruction, a ballista. This is some insane tech for these savages. So how's this gonna go? We have again the strong opening with the magic, although he shot his own shield man into space this time. Looks like everything else has fallen over as well though. Rock is coming in. Is that the first good rock? The spear missed, but that's kind of expected. It's a good rock finally though, very nice. Snake man, didn't see that one coming. And the ballista, you have some work cut out for you again. I think the reload tech is the biggest problem here. Wait, I know what's going on. The ballista man has learned some acupuncture tricks from the other guy. Except that he's speed running it by launching the nail out of a bolt thrower. And if it doesn't work, we just have another spit roast for later. What happened here? Okay, so our bonehead magician is stepping up his game. Not every weapon you bring has to be a spear, but I appreciate the theme. Could you maybe rest your spear somewhere that's not the neck of your protector? He needs that to be able to do the things in the fight. That is a lightning speed cow. Just charged over the now tiny head clubber and the bone magic man. So they were gonna team up to do something cool, but if the cow just takes them both out in the initial charge, they got nothing. He's going to eat the spearman as well. The magic did go off. I don't think it hit anything. The front line is kind of struggling as well for the savages. We have a shield on shield stall, I guess. And a ballista bolt through both of them while the cow rips another guy apart in the back. Is that another acupuncture thing, or is it just two guys blended into one? Either way, quite brutal. We're down to the final unit for the savages. A mammoth. Mammoth? How do you say that? A moomoth. A mam-sloth. A mammoth. A mammoth. A memoth. Maybe a man-moth is more likely, but I don't even know if that... Is that half man, half mammoth, or is it half man, half moth? And at that point, why not just go for a mam-both as well, or a mam-wrath? Either way, the enormous elephant that we brought has run over most of the middle. The cow, on the other hand, is slapping up the back line. So we have the animals just wreaking havoc on the entire field. Is the ballista still alive? No. The cow moth took an entire mammoth to the face and somehow lived to tell the tale. So if he can eat the entire battlefield basically on his own and then rip apart something 5 times his size, he's clearly the well-deserved winner. You have already seen the spear boy now in action. But this is his first throw while recording, and he's throwing it at me, the cameraman. So I really hope you lose, you absolute liability of a madman. Because he is ranged, he gets to live the longest, which is totally undeserved. Although his front line is now on the floor. Can he throw one more, or is he just going to get run over by the ancient crew? Nice, he's out of here. Finally. Bonehead the Mage, on the other hand, had a quite strong showing. So here he's launching most of the front line into space. As is tradition, the spear going for the clubber, because where else would it go? It also might hit this dude in midair. That's a fantastic rock hit. Midair, hit by the spear, hit by the rock, going to get crushed by his own shield. The snake almost got him as well. That's a very, very savage way to go. The ballista crew is furious because the only competent soldier they had who brought both a shield and a spear has been crushed. And he's going to take it out with his acupuncture speed throwing madness on the bone boy. That leaves us back with just the clubber we started with, and he has instantly been eaten by a snake. When we add Zeus as the final unit to the ancient side, the point balance is kind of off whack, so I tried a second mammoth to compensate for this a bit, and we have units flying everywhere. I don't think that mage, yeah, he's gonna get acupunctured by a mammoth. That's another way to do it, I guess. And he's also just throwing another guy with his tusk, with his trunk, even further into space. Cow is eating the backline, but then the problem comes where the mammoths are kind of more interested in each other, and this is not the time for dating when you have an actual god to kill. The tribals have been hilarious, but they lost, so what other factions would you like to see? Farmers, Vikings, or maybe something modded? And if you liked this video, you might also enjoy some Peglin challenges. Like this video, for example, where we try to stack as many bounce mechanics in the game to create the wildest balls imaginable. Thank you for watching.